You're live. All right. What's up, everybody? Coach Pack and Coach Nolan coming to you here, the very first episode of our YouTube show. Okay, we're getting on this. We want to get this going. I think, we have a lot of followers on Facebook and on Periscope and Twitter Live, but a lot of our content about camps and everything else is all going on YouTube. So we really want to just kind of try to streamline this and get it all going in one direction for us, so we can kind of push everybody to our YouTube, so kind of get a better idea of what's going on, and then from here we'll share it on Facebook and everything else.
Right. I think the thing is, like with the YouTube, we have so much technique that people don't really see. So this is going to drive you to that, where you can see all of our daily technique, as well as all the stuff that happens at the Olympic Training Center, as well as the U.S. Greco and staff when they're here.
Yep, for sure. So kind of our goal for this show, we were going to come at you guys weekly and probably just probably some extra episodes as we kind of move through this thing, but definitely every single week Coach Pack and I will be on here. We'll have some guests on. We'll talk to the kids. We'll talk about results. We'll talk about upcoming things. We'll talk about some of the things that may be going on in our room, whether it's technique, whether it's our mental approach to something, or what all the facets of wrestling and the IDA and just the things that we have going on. So I think we can definitely hit a lot of different areas. So just stay tuned for more content, and if there's anything that maybe you guys want to see or hear from us, we'd love the suggestions and input.
Absolutely. We're coming today from Sanford Fieldhouse, and obviously Sanford has been one of our big supporters, one of our major sponsors, and we just want to give you guys an idea of what these kids do. Our kids work here every Monday and Thursday, and then our senior level athletes are actually here 3 days a week doing rehabilitation, doing their strength and conditioning. And I can't say enough about what Sanford's done for us and for our athletes. We've got some of the best training staff in the country: sports psychologists, sports scientists, hydration tests, which there's only the chambers. There's only 2 in the entire country. 3 Nike, Gatorade, and here. So these kids are very fortunate to have some of the best personal training in the United States. That's all part of the IDA and our senior level athletes. Today at the end, we're going to take a little tour, and we're trying to keep things short. We're going to try to keep the videos 10 to 15 minutes live. And like we said, we're going to be working on a podcast soon and some other things, but we wanted the first episode to really come from the places our kids get work in, and this is one of them. And you'll be able to see a little more as we take our tour at the end.
Yeah, definitely. And I just kind of speak on that too. You can really see, especially at the U.S. Open with our senior level athletes, their conditioning and their ability to kind of, Cody had some, and Jesse, they both had some injuries that they were dealing with. Sanford was, at the forefront, and they were, making sure those guys were ready for, at this point, the biggest tournament of the year, and now gearing up for World Team Trials. We know that everybody here at Sanford, the whole staff, is going to be on board, making sure those guys are ready to make the World Team. So
yeah, it's really cool, because the medical staff, the training staff, and the sports scientists and conditioning coaches all work together to devise a plan for our senior level athletes and our IDA athletes. So obviously, we've had a lot of the Olympic coaches here, and they rightfully say this is probably one of the nicest facilities they've ever been in the country, even being national coaches.
Yep, for sure. So it's really a one-of-a-kind opportunity for these guys, and so we're very, very grateful for our ability to utilize them and for them to help us. Just kind of going back in a little recap of this last weekend, we had our South Dakota USA Freestyle and Greco State Tournament, and everybody talks about the results, and I think was like 5th team state title in a row for Legends of Gold, something like that. And that's all well and good, but the thing that, as me and Coach Pack talk about most, is our ability to perform. Yes, we're gonna win, we're gonna lose, like those things are gonna happen, but how are we actually performing at this point in the season? And anytime you're talking about a state championship, you want to be peaking for that kind of a tournament, and at least wrestling, at your best. So, and I think that we're starting to put it all together, and our kids really wrestled well, and they compete very hard, and that's really all you can ask for. And I think it's a testament of a lot of buy-in from our club and our parents and our families, and the kids. They were bought in, and we've had 80 plus wrestlers 3 nights a week, for the entire spring. We had state finalists and state champions and state award winner or state placers in the wrestling room the Sunday after they'd wrestled in the finals the day before. And you can really see those kind of things when kids are willing to just sacrifice a little bit, and it's been paying off. So can't say enough about the kids and the way they're performing right now. And we'll kind of ease back, get back healthy and ready to go, and then back in, we're getting ready for Fargo junior duels, cadet duels, schoolboy duels, and schoolboy nationals. So we got a lot ahead of us, so we'll be ready for them too.
Yeah, a couple of the things that we have going on that over the next week is, obviously we have Coach Mayhab, one of the U.S. national coaches, U.S. development coach for Greco, will be here next Monday and Tuesday. You can find information out on that online. You can call us. It's on Twitter. It's on Facebook, on our Facebook page, Legends of Gold. And obviously, the really cool part about having these guys in is the best in the world are coming to us. Yeah. And it's a great opportunity for anybody that wants to enroll and learn more Greco. We're going to do this workshop, and we're anticipating each athlete to get between 100 and 300 throws in on Monday and Tuesday night in those 2 sessions. So, we're super excited about that. If people are traveling in, they can get a couple extra days during the day. So that's been really good. Our next competition is Northern Plains.
Right.
That's obviously a big one. It's for our schoolboys and below. That is the qualifier for them to be able to make the Pan Ams. And, we're anticipating trying to get 6 to 8 kids to Atlanta this year, and a couple of those guys on the Pan American team. And we've got a lot of guys putting in a lot of work, and hopefully that comes through. The cool thing that people don't know about this year's Northern Plains is the senior level is really going to take over a big star piece for the kids, because the U.S. mini tournament is being wrestled at Rochester right with our kids. Yeah. So they're going to see Ramos versus Nation. They're going to see those big matches, and then that winner is going to go 2 out of 3 with Thomas Gilman. I mean, there's some really big things happening this weekend, and we're fortunate. It's 4 hours away, and our kids are going to be wrestling side by side the biggest names in wrestling. So it'll be really, really great for them, and we're super excited about Northern Plains, because that's really our measuring stick to know where we're at moving forward for Fargo. And really the last couple things is, our camps are starting to fill up, and we've got some great camps. Our first one is June 1st through 3rd, so weekend camp with Coach Steiner and Coach Izzy, and those guys are great guys from Fresno State, started the new program and bringing the program back. And great coaches. If you've never had a chance to see Coach Steiner on the bottom, man, he's amazing. And so we've got some really cool things that are happening with that. And then the last thing that I really want to talk about today before we go in depth with camps in a later episode is the Canadian national team. The cadet national team, their number 1 and number 2 that made their world team will be here training for 10 days. What a testament to Josh and Jesse and Cody, and those guys worked with them last year, and Canada thought it was so good that they decided to send all their number 1s down. So we're super happy about having the opportunity to work with national teams such as those from other countries, and obviously we're talking to 2 or 3 other countries that are coming in and working this year too. So that's really all I have on the upcoming schedule, and see if Josh has anything else, and then we're going to do a quick tour of the facility, and we'll be back next week. Please give us some feedback. Hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on text, email, something. Let us know things you want to hear.
Yeah, follow along on all of our social medias at Legends of Gold on pretty much everything. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Log IDA on Twitter as well. Follow along with those pages. You can see kind of all of our things that we go. Again, we post technique videos every single day. We post something, so make sure you're paying attention with that. And without anything else, let's go take
one
a look
more
at this
thing,
place.
Josh. Throughout these episodes, you will continue to be able to see
those
these
legs.
Watch for it.
Watch for it. All right, let's go. Turn this around. No. All right, so what we got over here is this is just the field right here. So they run soccer camps out of here, baseball camps. They got baseball teams practicing, football teams practicing. This place usually, especially in the winter time, is crazy packed. It's literally probably a couple hundred kids in here, all training and all getting to work. So it's a pretty sweet environment in here.
Football fields right out the
right,
yeah,
just outside. So we go over here. Kids do all their warming up right here on this this field right here. They got their foam rollers, bands. You know, they'll do sprints, sleds, etc. So it's pretty in depth. All of the programming is done by the trainers here. Very comprehensive, all progressing basically to peak. They start with our competition schedule, and basically we tell them what our biggest competitions are, what we're preparing for the most, and then they ideally peak our guys for that. So it's pretty cool. Got some people over here getting a sled workout in. So we got over here, got a speed ladder, Vertimax. This goes up to like 1,000,000% incline. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. All this over here. We got bikes, torture machines, got all the free weights. These dudes getting after it over here. Garrett's just trying to get that PA power in. Coach, how they doing today? They getting after it? Got all the free weights. And in there. All right, till next time.